found the tape at a garage sale on Elm Street, tucked inside a cardboard box between a stack of National Geographics and a broken toaster. Someone had written "Do not watch" on the label in black marker. The letters pressed so hard they tore through the paper. I bought it for 50 cents. The woman running the sale didn't even look at it. She just took my quarter and stared at the driveway, like she was waiting for someone to arrive or someone to leave. I've been collecting VHS tapes for years. Horror movies, old news broadcasts, workout videos from the 80s. My apartment smells like magnetic tape and dust. I have a pre-RT television and a VCR I bought at a pawn shop in 2019. My friends think it is ironic. It is not. I just like the way analog looks when it degrades. That night, I slid the tape into the VCR and sat on my couch with a beer. The screen filled with static, then blue. Then a date stamp appeared in the corner. July 6th, 2026. 3 days from now, the image resolved into a living room. Dim lighting, beige walls, a bookshelf against the far wall with a cracked spine copy of House of Leaves on the second shelf. My living room. The camera was positioned high, like it was mounted in the corner near the ceiling. The angle was wrong. I don't have cameras. I've never had cameras. The footage showed my couch, my coffee table, the dent in the wall where I moved the bookshelf last year. But the room was empty. Whoever was filming, or whatever, had recorded my apartment while I wasn't there. I paused the tape. My hands were shaking. I told myself it was a prank. Someone had broken in, set up a camera, recorded the room, and put the tape in that box to mess with whoever found it. I pressed play again. At the 14-minute mark, the front door opens. A man walks in. He is carrying a grocery bag. He sets it on the counter, takes out a carton of milk, and puts it in the fridge. It is me. I'm watching myself walk through my own apartment, doing things I haven't done yet. The shirt I'm wearing on the tape, a gray hoodie with a coffee stain on the sleeve. I own that hoodie. It is in my closet right now. I haven't worn it in weeks. The footage continues. I sit on the couch. I pick up my phone. I scroll for a while. Then I look up. I look directly at the camera. My face on the screen goes pale. I stand up. I back away from the couch. My mouth opens like I'm trying to scream, but the tape has no audio, just a low hum of VCR hiss. Then something moves behind me. It comes from the hallway. A shape, tall, thin, wrong in ways I can't describe. Its limbs are too long, and they bend at angles that make my eyes water when I try to focus on them. It puts something over my face. The me on the tape stops moving. The tape cuts to static. I ejected the tape. I sat in the dark for a long time. Then I went to my closet and pulled out the gray hoodie. There was no coffee stain on the sleeve, not yet. That was 2 days ago. Today is July 5th. Tomorrow is the date on the tape. I haven't left my apartment. I've locked every door and window. I moved the bookshelf in front of the hallway. I called the police, and they told me to file a report online. I called the woman who ran the garage sale. The number was disconnected. An hour ago, I spilled coffee on my sleeve. I was drinking from a mug and my hand slipped. A brown stain right on the cuff of the gray hoodie. I'm wearing the hoodie now. I don't remember putting it on. I keep looking at the corner of the ceiling where the camera would have been. There is nothing there, just paint and a cobweb, but I can feel it. The weight of a lens, the patience of something that has been recording for a very long time, waiting for the footage to catch up to the present. The hallway is dark. I can hear something in there, not footsteps, something softer, like fabric dragging across the floor. I think the tape was a warning, but I also think warnings only work if you still have time to change what is coming. I don't have time anymore. The date just changed. The alert came at 3:17 in the morning. Every television in the house turned on at once. 3 screens, 3 different rooms, all broadcasting the same thing. The emergency alert system tone, that grinding electronic scream that drills into the base of your skull. I was alone. My wife was at her mother's for the weekend. I'd fallen asleep on the couch watching reruns. The tone stopped. A voice replaced it, flat, synthetic. The kind of automated voice they use for weather alerts and amber alerts. But the words were wrong. This is not a test. A civil danger warning has been issued for your area. Follow these instructions immediately. Step 1. Close all doors and windows. Step 2. Turn off every light in your home. Step 3. Stand facing the nearest wall. Step 4. Close your eyes. Step 5. Do not open your eyes until you hear the second tone. Step 6. If someone knocks, do not answer. If someone calls your name, do not respond. If someone touches your shoulder, do not turn around. I thought it was a hack. Some kid had broken into the broadcast system and was playing a prank on half the county. Then my phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number. It said, "Did you follow the instructions?" I live in Cedar Falls, Iowa. Population 38,000. Not a big city, not a small town. The kind of place where nothing happens and people move here specifically because of that. I work at the water treatment plant. I'm not the kind of person who gets spooked easily. I've worked night shifts alone in a building that sounds like it is breathing. But something about that voice on the television made the hair on my arms stand up. Not the words, the cadence. It was too even, too patient. Like it had said those instructions a million times before and was simply waiting for the results. I turned off the lights. I don't know why. I just did. Maybe some part of me believed that the instructions were real and that following them would keep me safe. I stood facing the kitchen wall, eyes closed. The house was completely dark except for the glow of the television behind me, still displaying that blue screen with white text. At 3:31, I heard the car door close outside. Footsteps on the sidewalk, slow, deliberate. They stopped at my neighbor's house, the Garcias. I heard their front door open, then nothing, no footsteps coming back, no car driving away. I kept my eyes closed. At 3:45, my phone buzzed again. I didn't look at it. Another text, I assumed. Maybe the same number. Maybe someone asking if I was following the instructions. At 4 o'clock, I heard knocking. 3 slow knocks on my front door, then 3 on the back door. At the same time, I was alone in the house. Both doors are 30 feet apart. No one person could knock on both simultaneously. I didn't answer. I pressed my forehead against the wall and squeezed my eyes shut and waited for the second tone. At 4:12, someone called my name. From inside the house, from the hallway behind me. It was my wife's voice. But my wife was 60 miles away at her mother's house. I checked. I texted her at 3:20, and she replied with a photo of herself on her mother's couch, half asleep. The voice called my name again. Softer this time, almost tender. "David, turn around. It is okay now." You can look, I didn't turn around. The second tone came at 4:33. The same grinding, electronic scream. It lasted 10 seconds. And then the televisions went silent. I opened my eyes. The house was empty. The doors were still locked. Nothing had been moved. I checked my phone. The texts from the unknown number were gone. Not deleted. The entire conversation thread had vanished, like it had never existed. The next morning, the Garcias were missing. Their front door was open. Their car was in the driveway. Their phones were on the kitchen counter. 3 more houses on my block were empty. The Angoyans. The old woman at number 14. A couple on the corner who I only knew by face. 7 people, gone overnight. No signs of struggle, no forced entry. Just empty houses with unlocked doors and televisions, still on. showing nothing but static. The police found nothing. The local news called it an unexplained disappearance. The FCC said there had been no unauthorized broadcast on any emergency frequency. But I know what I heard, and I know that the people who disappeared were the people who didn't follow the instructions, who opened their eyes, who turned around, who answered the door. It has been 3 weeks. Last night, the alert came again. Same time, same tone, same voice. But this time, step 6 was different. Step 6, this time, you will turn around. The first time I saw the face, I flagged the video and moved on. That is the job. You watch things most people will never see. You flag it, you categorize it, you click next. You don't think about it. You can't think about it, or you'll lose your mind before your shift ends. I've been a content moderator for a video platform for 2 years. I won't say which one. There are only a few that employ people at my volume. 800 videos a day, one after another, a waterfall of human behavior. Most of it is mundane, copyright violations, spam, mild nudity, the stuff that makes you tired, but not haunted. Then there is the other stuff, the stuff they don't train you for. The video was uploaded from an account with no username, no profile picture, no history, a cooking tutorial, a woman making pasta from scratch, normal, boring. At the 2-minute mark, the camera shifts, just slightly, like someone bumped the tripod. And in the background, behind the woman, in the dark hallway leading to the rest of the apartment, there is a face, pale, hairless, eyes too wide, too still, not blinking, just watching the woman from the darkness, like it had been standing there for hours. I flagged it as a potential home invasion, sent it to the priority queue, took a screenshot for the incident report. Then I clicked next. The next video was a kid unboxing toys. Cheerful music, bright lighting, and in the reflection of a plastic wrapper, the same face. I stopped, I rewound, I zoomed in. It was the same face, same proportions, same unblinking eyes, but closer now. In the cooking video, it had been at the end of a hallway. In this reflection, it was right behind the child. I flagged it. I wrote a note in the report. Same subject, different video, possible coordinated upload. My supervisor told me to keep working. Over the next 2 weeks, I saw the face 11 more times, a travel vlog from Thailand. The face was in a crowd behind the host, closer than anyone else, staring directly at the camera, a dashcam video from Russia. The face was in the rearview mirror of a parked car, pressed against the back window. A baby's first steps video. The face was in the doorway behind the mother, half hidden by the door frame. Every time, it was closer to the camera. I started keeping a spreadsheet. Timestamp, video ID, distance from camera, estimated position. I overlaid the images and measured the progression. The math was clear. It was moving forward, roughly 2 meters closer with each appearance. I showed my spreadsheet to my supervisor. She looked at it for a long time. Then she said, "You need to stop looking for patterns that aren't there. This is the job. Click next." I tried. For 3 days, I clicked next. I didn't look at background. I didn't pause or rewind. I let the videos wash over me like water. On the 4th day, a video came through my queue. A webcam recording. A man sitting at a desk, talking to his audience about video games. I recognized the desk, the monitor, the poster on the wall behind him. It was my desk, my monitor, my poster. But the man in the video wasn't me. He was someone else, someone I'd never seen, sitting in a room that was identical to my office, down to the coffee ring on the desk and the crack in the ceiling tile. And behind him, just over his left shoulder, was the face. It was so close now that I could see details I'd never seen before. The skin wasn't pale, it was translucent. I could see the shape of the skull underneath. The eyes weren't wide, they had no eyelids, and it was smiling. A thin, wet line where a mouth should be. I flagged the video. I reported it. I sent an email to my supervisor, to the trust and safety team, to the head of content policy. No one responded. The next day, the video was gone, not removed. The upload ID didn't exist. The account didn't exist, like it had never been uploaded at all. I quit my job last Tuesday. I haven't watched the video since. Not on my phone, not on my laptop, not on the television in my living room. But yesterday, my laptop camera light turned on by itself. Just for a second. The green dot blinked and went dark. I covered it with tape, but I keep thinking about the spreadsheet. The math, 2 meters closer each time. I've seen it 13 times, 13 appearances. And in the last one, it was close enough to touch the person in the video. I don't know what happens at zero distance, but I think it has been watching me long enough to know where I live.